Thank you very much for the invitation to the Kaohsiung Medical University and also to Professor Su. And I'm very thankful to Professor Su Yongchao Jiao, who can enrich me a lot in this kind of international USR project. Okay, let me introduce myself. And I'm a retiree. And I retired probably 2 years ago. And then I have been thinking about what am I going to do? But I'm not thinking about what am I going to do what. And I'm more concerned about how am I going to make my life more meaningful and more impactful. And even during my post-retirement period of time. Therefore, I decided, to make my journey, and I was invited by University of the Philippines, and they invite me to become the visiting professor over there. Okay, so I would like to begin to tell the good story of the IUSR and conclude my speech by saying what we can do in the future and how we can collaborate together instead of compete with each other. Okay. In 1990, I returned from the United States when I was 33 years old. Okay, I was as young as you are right now. And then I feel Kaohsiung, my city, number one, very dirty. Number two, very polluted. Number three, politically, is also very dirty because a lot of vote buying and a lot of corruption. And also, I feel I want to have a good walk with my beautiful wife. I find no walkable sidewalk at all. Okay. And I feel like this is a city, even I would like to find a place is safe enough that I can kiss my wife in the Love River area, adjacent to Love River. I feel the Love River smells. So what can I do? My dear friends, and I was, hired, appointed as associate professor at the National St. National University in that time, as a political scientist, as a PhD degree holder, as a major in public administration, public management. So I decided my journey. So this is the very first social movement that I have, Professor, my colleague. Okay, I would like to show you. Says cleanness, neatness is the first step for the beauty and the strength. Okay? You need to have a beautiful life. If you want to have a very beautiful life, you need to keep your backyard, you need to keep your sidewalk, you need to keep your public space. Clean, only clean is the beginning to doing that. So I begin my journey. I collect. And I asked a group of people. So I begin to do that. In my life, I'm still doing now in the UP. Because UP is so dirty. My dear friends, we as a group of people, we are talking about university social responsibility. We are not working for the government, but we are working with governments. In the local government, in the central government, or even in the local government in another country, right? So we are working with them. And we are working through our talent and our dream, our entrusted educational mission, and our entrusted all the resources that we have in our university. And we are using those kind of resources, that kind of talent, that kind of human resources, that kind of privilege, etc., and etc. But we are converting that and to co-create with our community, with our LOGU, to create more resources to sustain our prosperity, our development together. So IUSR and the USR is not a service providing project. It is a co-creation project. It's not only the co-creation that we are growing together. And we are building our future better together. So it is very much action-oriented instead of only by talking. And I'm so proud of that Ministry of Education for the last almost decades, and led by leaders, and especially for this outstanding leader of the former president of Jinan University, Professor Su. I mean, you are very good. Okay, I wish you can live longer, okay? Yeah. Don't die too early, okay? Please, okay? That's very good. Okay, now, the ubiquitous university, because university is everywhere. Okay, so we are everywhere. As a professor, we are everywhere. Society needs us. And our influence is everywhere, okay? And the University of IUSR and ICUE. Okay, this is the term that created by Professor Su Yongchao and also Professor Ong. Where is Professor Ong? I don't know, where are you? Okay, so one day they are thinking about, let's create a university. It's a platform, it's a hub. We call it University of IUSR and the University of ICUE, Industrial City University and Entrepreneurship, all together, okay? And so I begin to share the idea. Actually, the UP system has a lot of idea that is, consistent with what we are thinking. And I believe Professor Reyes, will be talking about that this afternoon. And Professor Ghani Legaspi, we're talking about that also this afternoon. So this is my job. Okay, so I designed my journey. I would like to have a biannual collaboration because Taiwan and the Philippines, we need each other. We have a lot of things that they need, we have. And Taiwan and the Philippines has a lot of things that we need, okay? But there are only two things. Let me tell you, for Philippines, it's very easy to find the technology. It's very easy to create, a lot of, technology also. But Taiwan are so close to the Philippines. Do you know how much time does it take from the Philippines to Taiwan, from Manila to Kaohsiung? It's only 90 minutes. 90 分钟. Only 90 minutes. And then we are so close to each other. But how can we overlook to each other? So I begin my journey as an international university responsibility. I found there are two things that we need, three things. Probably, as you said. Number one, biodiversity, cultural diversity. And the Philippines has plenty of that, okay? Good for our life and good for our design, good for our research in biology. Number two, Philippines has a lot of land. They have a lot of land. And I don't know how come God gave them so much of land. And they have a lot of people. Taiwan is low birth rate. We don't see youngsters in here. But in the Philippines, you see everybody, They have the best human resources in there. Okay. Even in Taiwan, our government, we encourage youngsters, to have a baby. I don't think it's going to work because it's not the incentive to make you, to become more productive. Filipino doesn't need to have an incentive. They are very productive already. Am I right? And as long as Philippines and Taiwan, we can collaborate together, everything will be resolved. No, the university in Taiwan should be shut down, right? Not the high school. Because if you look at the UN SDG goal number 17, you will find partnership for the goal. As long as we are partnership together in a more broad perspective, not from Taiwan perspective, but from Bayanihan perspective, everything will be resolved for that. We have different answers for that. So I begin to talk with the professor, who are dealing with the International University Social Responsibility Program. I say, yes, we need to have a new beginning. We need to look at things not from Taiwan's IUSR. We need to look at things more a broad perspective from a Bayanihan region, from a global region perspective of IUSR. It's not Taiwan perspectives IUSR because we cannot find a solution. We cannot just use IUSR to find our own solution. No, we are not working for the government. We are not working for the diplomacy. We are working for the universal good. That's our IUSR is all about. So this morning I feel so good about Deputy President that he is thinking about university, like USR should be universal. I think that's 100% right. I mean, we are a group of people as an intellectual. We are very special. We are very special, unique, and a species. Okay, we are talking about not only borderless, but we are talking about that borderless stuff from our local in here. And then this is something that we are working on right now. Okay, so we are helping Philippine nation building in this way. Okay, so the ubiquitous university right now, University of IUSR and ICUE. So congratulations, President Yang, President Su. You are the president of the University of IUSR and ICUE. Okay, let's give him a big hand then. Okay. Are you the president? Okay, actually you are the president now, right? 所以他就是这个大学的校长，不是吗？那这个大学 who created this university? We are the one who created it, right? We are creating this university that you can hold this position, right? And then this is very good. And then this is a co-creation, it's not only borderless, a co-creation oriented, greatness based. Because this is university is universe. Okay, so we need to teach our students great. Okay, in Taiwan's education now, right now, we are teaching them be more competitive. I think that's the wrong idea. We should teach them more collaborative and to be great and to can make a more impact for the world, for that. And then impact focus and nourishing, that we can nourish in the good governance for that. Okay, so university as a world's emerging good governance hub, and it carries a lot of dynamism. Okay, it's more like a dynamite. And IUSR is a dynamite, actually. That can explode, and stir up the spirit, in all over the world in a very positive way. And it's not negative way. Because university, we have a talent. University, we have a library. University, we have a lab. University, we have a technology development. University, we have a knowledge development. University, we have a lot of things. Not only the professor, we have a PhD holder, and we have a talented students. Through our USR, either USR or IUSR. So we are the real dynamism. And we can promote a lot of collective excellency and with the soul. With the soul in there. Right now, that higher education has been criticized, that excellency without soul, right? Okay? So IUSR, we were putting back. And for USR, that we need to have our education with soul, very important. Therefore, our IUSR practices, our USR practices is that professor, community, and students, and university, and we collaborate together to make our environment better. I think this is very important. So when the university has so many professors with PhD, I was reminded by my professor when I received a PhD. He asked me, do you know what does PhD mean? Doctor of Philosophy? I say, please instruct me one more time. He said philosophy means philosophia in Greek, okay? That means seeking for truth. Seeking for truth is a primary responsibility of our university professor. And professor means, what do you profess? That means, what do you talk? We are not joking every day. We cannot do that. We are professing value. We are professing thought leadership. We are professing something need to be done. So we are virtually impatient in some way, okay? So that's what we are professor about. So we need to learn how to become a fruitful stewards and wise nation builder. So for the Namasha project that this morning that we saw from the film, that was a very inspiring and very touching, okay? For those choir, I will discuss with Professor Su, and also we should invite them, to have a trip to the Philippines, okay? Not necessarily by fly, okay? They can swim, from Pindong, as a university social responsibility program or IUSR program. We can sponsor them to swim over there. That will be creating lots of good news. And then, of course, we have an escort team, provided by Kaohsiung Medical University. Okay, now we have a ship over there escorting them. Is that a good idea? I think that will be creating a lot of new momentum for IUSR, am I right? I think that's very good, okay? So this is how we can work together in a more creative way. My dear colleagues, that we are not competing for resources, but we are collaborating for more resources, right? Am I right? I think we are not competing the resources. We are collaborating for more resources that we can achieve the goal together for that. Okay, this is my office in the Philippines. I have this one in my door, okay? So that's a UNSDG. Another one is the ATB, because ATB is talking about linking people and economy for inclusive, development for that. So ATB is 亚洲的联合国。亚洲的联合国 is located in the Mandaluyong city. Okay, that is in the Philippines. 世界的联合国是在纽约。那亚洲的联合国，那 where are they? They are the Mandaluyong students. Do you understand? There are 14 of them. They are from ATB. They are from Mandaluyong city. They will be dancing this afternoon for that. So we begin to work on that. I say, so what linking people in the economy? 所以我们不要再看 disparity of the lack of poverty, but we need to think about how we can link people and economy for inclusive development. How we can link 纳马夏的人 with the 纳马夏经济 together for them become the basic beneficiary like for inclusive development. It's not introducing that international investment for the traditional way. Therefore, in Taiwan, I would like to share with our international partner. In Taiwan, Taiwan has a wonderful and tremendous achievement in our democratic development for the last 30 years, since 1990s. We clean up our society, we clean up our political system. So as an industrial and also democratic structure for that, which can produce good governance, which can be under watch by the people, who are the real, the master, of this community. So rule by the people, the concept of rule by the people. So in the past, I did a lot of USR in regenerating, re-engineering democratic DNA is into the Taiwanese blood for that. That's what we have been doing for the last 20 years for that. And there are some of the pillars of the democracy, accuracy in rule of law and rule by law, and ethics of accountability. So I would like for our international participants to understand that what Taiwanese IUSR or USR doing is not doing something just delivering public services. No, we are not doing that. Actually, we are doing a lot of in terms of civic education and citizenship development. We are deepening that democratic DNA, inject the democratic DNA in the peoples. So therefore, IUSR project leader, we need to have three kinds of patient, impatient, and perseverance. Okay. Number one, we need to be very patient. Like we are a farmer. Okay. 好，所以农夫有没有看到？你不要揠苗助长嘛，对不对 ？Okay, you need to wait. Okay, so a lot of things. So when we are working on the IUSR, we need to be patient. Okay. Now there is a time, there is a season. Okay, that's a patient. But we need to be virtuous impatient, because when you become angry, you get angry. Okay, we need to get angry. IUSR is not something we want to be harmonious and peaceful. It involves of reform. It involves a lot of even revolution. In some way, right? And this is something we need to have a virtuous impatience. So IUSR leader, we need to think about ourselves as a nation builder. Okay, we are building something. We are not providing. We are not traditional service delivery, the person. And also, we are the perseverance as an overcomer. So therefore, I give my best blessing to each one of us, okay, including me. Let's learn from the farmer. Wait. Be patient. Number two, let's, as a nation builder, so we become impatient, okay? Number three, now we become an overcomer, because a lot of obstacles that we need to overcome, through our collaboration for that. So as a faithful steward and a wise builder, we are navigating. Thank you. In Taiwan, you can navigate. In the Philippines and in the rest of the world. So we need to navigate. What are the problems? What are the resources? We need to become a good framer, smart enough to make everything integrated. And by spirit, we are enabler. Okay, we don't discourage people for that. And we are the builder, and we are like a mentor, mentee. Look at the Namasha program this morning, what I reflect. Kaohsiung Medical University is very good. They have been doing that for more than 20 years. Am I right? Is that right? Okay, that's good. Okay, and then they have been generation to generation. They are working on the Namasha, and look at, they are not only providing the medical service over there. They accompany kids to grow up, and they train them to love their own community, by themselves for that. I think this is a very good thing. Therefore, co-creation resources for making sustainable social impact. Like we as IUSR, we need to learn how to do the resources integration and co-creation. We do not ask for money. So in the future, when we are developing IUSR, I'm hoping you can find a very good, international partner together. Okay, University of Philippines this afternoon, they have their university system, like a UC David, UC Riverside, UC San Diego, UC Berkeley. Okay, University of System, they have 8 constituent university. They are more than happy to be working with you, for that. And then we can convert non-financial resources into essential resources that we can. So IUSR is a really resources integration and resources co-creation together. So the dynamism of IUSR and ICUE is a collaborative excellence we solve for that, involving citizenship, knowledge, technology, humanity, and the power, to converge for that. So university social responsibility in the needs of other country, that we see our responsibility. I think this is something that we have to, practice for that. Therefore, for us, we become impatient because we have a very sacred dissatisfaction. We are not become impatient of our own income, our own goods. No, virtuous impatience, sense of urgency, and enabling governance for that. Okay, so the lobby of the USR has a lot of things to do with the civic education, service learning, community building, urban governance, modernity development, social harmony, and placemaking. Right now, we emphasize a lot on placemaking and deep economy, for that. So this is how our USR right now is working with the local economy. We help them to develop their pasalubong also. Okay, develop their local economy in those areas. Okay, look at here. And this is a big picture of the Professor Su and the Kaohsiung Medical University. It's very strong in this area, which we have to face it. Because Taiwan and Kaohsiung and Manila and Guam, in this part of the world, even Malaysia, and it's in here, that we need to face it. We are in the tropical area, okay? And Kaohsiung should take more responsibility, because in the tropical area, like the best in the tropical, disease prevention or disease research, that's the Kaohsiung Medical University. They are very good, by nature, they are born for tropical area, right? And this is very important, that we should pay more attention to this area. A lot of trouble in this area, a lot of poverty in this area, a lot of needs in this area. So let's work together in this area, through the IUSR, okay? But looking at this area, what kind of strengths that we have in Kaohsiung, and what kind of responsibility that we can have in southern Taiwan, okay? And this is something we need to think about, how we can develop a more broader IUSR to serve, the other country for that. Therefore, partnership for the goal, okay, remember, it's not partnership for the goal. Okane, okane means money, right? Okay, so this is not partnership for the goal, G-O-L-D. It's a partnership for the goal. Okay, so when we talk about how we can have the robust social learning, partnership for the goal together by collaboration, co-sharing, co-creation, building up a good ecosystem. Therefore, it takes time for us to build up. And you need to get to know your partnership. Okay, do not engage with the too many partners, but once at a time. You cannot date with other girls, 3 girls at a time. No, you are in trouble, right? Okay, you cannot date 3 boys at a time, one each time, okay? If you don't feel fit, you can change, that would be fine. But be faithful. So I'm looking forward to, like, each university in Taiwan, you begin to find your international partner, okay? And start from there, and they can develop network, for that. So this is a partnership for the goal, not partnership for the goal. Okay, now, I will let you know what we did with the Professor Su, with the EduConnect. Our leader is Dr. Yang, the former leader was Zhu Yuanxiang. Zhu Yuanxiang was the 树德科技大学的前任的校长。And Yang Qinyu Yang 校长 is the NKUST president right now. And they are the leader of the EduConnect, Southeast Asia Association. Okay, Dr. Yang and the former our president, Dr. Zhu. And then we begin to have a lot of program. I say we don't have to apply any grant for the government. Okay, do you know what we do? There are 14 students here. They are from Mandaluyong. They are here to study for the high school. And do you know what they do? They study for the undergraduate. University provides scholarship, and church provide allowance for the monthly. Done. So they are starting here. 2 graduates this year already. So easy. IUSR is very easy. Okay, not necessary apply. Okay, now you are seeing, you are looking at the Kindness Hotel. As long as Kindness Hotel provide a room, start from 301 and 308, and they are providing for UP guest house. So University of the Philippines, their professor, they can stay in the UP guest house for free, doing their research, doing the collaboration. So easy. IUSR is very easy. Okay, you don't have to even to write a proposal. No, you just talk. Okay, so I'm hoping that our Professor Su, this guy in here, 72, I wish that you can live longer, okay? Yeah, now we can work together. Look at how beautiful they are, okay? Okay, they are from different universities and different churches, sponsoring them, okay? We just have a group of people of 26 from UP NCEPA. They are here for 10 days immersion. So by the November 27, they will have the gift for the nation building. Okay, they will suggest to the president, they will suggest to the minister, government, what we can do in collaboration with Taiwan, okay, as a Bayanihan model for that. This is nothing. We just find a way and donate some ticket, because airplane ticket is very, very cheap, okay? Philippines and Taiwan is very, very inexpensive. They say they don't have money. Some of them, they just swim here, 2 or 3 days. You will reach here anyway, okay? So this is very good. So can you read that? We have a different group of people. They are doing a comparative research. They just returned to the Philippines last week, okay? Those people. That's me in here. So we are collaborating together. UP are providing the airplane ticket, right? And we people, we are here. We providing their accommodation and transportation. No bother. You don't have to write a proposal. Don't write proposal, okay? IUSR don't need proposal. You just dedicate your life. Just do the networking. That's done, okay? The most easier way is in IUSR, no need proposal. Okay, that's good. Okay, look at Project Labai in here. Do you know? They are coming. I'm hoping that you can receive them. That we are working with the UPOU. The presenter is there. 我们上一次去的时候，拉白的时候，我们遇见了10个，他们是 trolley。OK， 他们原来的轨道高雄发展成为 light rail， 但是他们用那个手推的，用脚推的，有没有？那是10个人。所以王明勇玩家说，我们一起来 ，OK，let's work together。我们让他们来看怎么样发展他们的观光，发展他们的经济。所以这些人都是住在铁道旁边，他们每一天都在做那种事情，他们没有希望。Therefore, we are working with the UPOU. UPOU provide continuing education to bring them together, right? Okay, and then 他们拿到护照了。前几天他们拿到护照 ，they received their passport. They are coming here in September. Is that good? No, I don't feel that kind of you like it, right? I mean, this is international IUSR. We are working there. You don't have to write a proposal. You just need to talk to your partner, right? And then you do it. That's it. Job done. Very easy. Okay? And here, look at the 90 minutes miracle. Look at how we can work together in the Luzon and Southern Taiwan region. Okay, so we are going to develop a new region in here. Okay, this region, we are going to develop this region. So-called, this region is not showing in the international map yet, because there is no such international map. But this is going to be IUSR region, right? This is going to be the region for Bayanihan spirit. Bayanihan 的意思就是爱你的邻居，你知道吗？跟你的邻居一起工作。So this is going to be a Bayanihan region. And for that, Japan, Philippines, and United States, they promote so-called Luzon Economic Corridor. But we IUSR, and working with the UP system, we are promoting like Luzon and Southern Taiwan Bayanihan region for that. Okay, so this is something that we can collaborate to develop engineers for the world, not only for Taiwan but also for Japan, for United States, international. Okay, this is something that's very interesting. You will see that outside. Okay, 这是他们的人体学院的院长。OK， 他负责所有的 varsity， 就是校队的。OK， 所以我们现在用的社区就是 in 社区 we play the 空吼。 OK， 好，我们现在在社区 play the Congo together. So when we are doing the IUSR, we will have this one. So look at how we unite community together through the Congo. So we will play around Congo later. Okay, because of time limitation, I just want to say thank you to each one of you, allowing me to have this opportunity that I will be able to share. And let's work together. We are not working for government, but we are working with governments. Governance with government or governance without government are equally important. We university, we own a lot of resources that we can share in a more global or regional perspective, that we can co-create a lot of impact together. May God bless us, okay? Taiwan as a little bit leader, but servant leader to lead in this region, collaborate with the most close by Philippines, Malaysia, and also in the north, Japan, okay? Thank you very much.